1956, Singapore experienced one of its most notorious riots. At this time of adversity, a church was birthed. Bethel Revival Center was started at Jensen Road in December 1956 by an American missionary couple, Rev Dr Fred and Rev Dr Margaret Seaward. From the Seawards family of 5, the church grew, with many receiving salvation and healing. The Seawards' vision was to make Bethel a mission-centered church to mother other churches in Singapore and Malaysia. With that in mind, the Missionary Faith Promise was started and carries on till this day to support church planters and Bible school students. Since then, Bethel has been remembered by many as both a giving and sending church. The Seawards started the Berean Bible Training School to train and equip more ministers and leaders.
Firstly, I'd like to thank the Lord for His mission call on the lives of Pastor Margaret and myself, with our young family of 4 at that time, Debbie 2.5, Pam 16 months, and of course, Rick was there, but he was undercover because he would only arrive 2.5 weeks after we landed in Singapore. When we set down our feet in Singapore, it was the first time that I'd been out of the continental shores of America. Sister Seaward had been here before. She viewed Singapore, but from a ship where she was anchored in the harbor, and the Tiamaru were there with all the prisoners of war from the Japanese who were going to be traded in Goa, India. They never got ashore, but she got to see it. And if you can just imagine for a moment, coming from a different culture in America where I grew up, and then traveling down through Little India, where the narrow streets, Rangoon Road is at that time, and all the people there, and then taking a side journey over to Chinatown with Sago Lane, Smith Street, and the death houses.
我第一次离开美国，所以当我来到新加坡的时候，是我第一次来到新加坡，也就是我第一次离开美国。当时候我跟我的师母 Pastor Margaret， 就是我们一家有4口，有 Debbie 2岁半，还有 Pam 16个月，还有 Rick， 他当时候就是在妈妈的肚子里面。当我们到了新加坡的时候呢，是2个半星期后他出世。那个时候呢 ，Pastor Margaret 他也看过新加坡，但是他是在这个所谓的战船上，就是那个时候是载的一些战俘，然后就是从这个只是看到新加坡的岸上。你可以想象，我从一个美国一个这样的文化的国家来到新加坡，然后呢，就是在车上经过那个小印度街，然后在唐人街那个叫做 Sago Lane， 应该是我不知道华文叫什么，就是珍珠坊那一带。
I give gratitude and praise to God for preparing Sister Seaward and I as we were developing a very successful youth and children's ministry in America before coming. In fact, we chafed under it. What are we doing with this kind of ministry? But when we arrived in Singapore and went up to 35B Mandalay Road and entered our first church service, we found out why. Because the congregation was about 90% school children at that time. There we were to share one little room. It was a little bit different from the bungalow house we had been in America, but we shared one room and the kitchen. And also, for some of you young people, you won't understand this, the outdoor squat. The night soil man came each day to pick up. But that, and also our little friends that were there, very enduring to us, the many rats that were traveling all around.
第二呢，我要感恩的就是那个时候我离开美国的时候，我是在美国我们就是负责了这个青少年还有儿童的施工，相当的成功。那个时候就神呼召我来到新加坡。当我来到新加坡的时候，我那个时候开始的时候，98%都是儿童。然后我们住的地方呢，就是跟我在美国住的那个大洋房不一样，只是一个小房间，还有厨房，然后还有很多一些小朋友跟着我在一起，就是那些老鼠陪伴着我们。
When I look around at this beautiful sanctuary, I'm really tremendously awed because I think back of 10118 Jansen Road with its 10 by 23 hall that we had, and I think not even 3 rows could fit in that today.
就是一个很小的一个地方聚会所，在当时在 Jansen Road 那个地方。
But I am thankful that God helped us because we literally started from zero, as some of you have heard in the past. And through that work, through your work, and all the pastors who've been here, God has produced many leaders who are in His ministry today that have planted churches not only here but around the world.
当时候，也感谢神，我们在开始伯特利堂的时候呢，真的是从零开始。但是到如今，我们看到神的工作，在真的是兴起了许许多多的传道人，还有领袖们，真的是神的保守。
I thank Him for the times of His protection. I remember when the rioters were very close to us in one of the terrible riots that we had. In fact, right near the corner, less than maybe 50 meters away. And the call went out, they're coming, they're coming. And my children came in. We were there. We had bordered the church with all kind of benches to help it. We hadn't started yet our first service, but we were planning to. And Sister Seaward found me in the back taking petrol out of the car. And she got very angry.
那个时候呢，我们也是经历到神的保守，因为当时候呢有暴乱的事情发生，差不多离我们的聚会所差不多有50公里以外，然后呢50公尺以外。那当时候呢，我们都很害怕，我们那个时候呢都很紧张，因为那个时候报名，我们是刚好要开始我们的聚会的，就是第一个崇拜的时候。
That time I couldn't afford to send my car to a mechanic. I was my own mechanic. And she said, "What are you doing working at a car at a time like this?"
因为那个时候我的车子好像要加这个汽油，所以那个时候呢，我的师母呢就很生气，在这个暴乱的时代，暴乱的时候你要做什么呢？
And I heard one of the terrible practices of the rioters was pouring over petrol, turning a lighting your fire. I said, if they're going to burn us with petrol, they're not going to use my petrol. They have to go get their own.
因为当时报名呢，他们都在用汽油要点火焚烧那个地方。
And fourthly, I'm most grateful that from that little church beginning that God helped us. And the name of the church that we called it was Bethel Revival Center. And so many people would come to it and they'd say, Pastor, how come you named your church Bethel? So funny. And I'd have to explain, Bethel is a bug, but Bethel is a house of God. And this is a house of God.
那个时候呢，我们就命名这个教会叫做伯特利堂复兴中心。可是那个时候呢，英文的发音是 Bethel， 可是很多人不太会发音，就把它发音成 Bethel。所以那个时候呢，身为牧师的我必须要解释 ，Bethel 是甲虫 ，Bethel 呢是神的家。
I'm glad it wasn't a cockroach anyway. All right.
很高兴不是小强哦。
Sixthly, I want to thank God for fulfilling the vision that He'd given Sister Seaward and myself to start not only the church, but also to start other churches. And we did this through Berean Bible Training School, which has produced many preachers. And we just thank God for all those and all the ministry they've done.
我也要感谢神的是，当时候当我跟我师母一起开始这个聚会所的时候呢，不只是我们有一个聚会地方，我们也有训练中心。当时候呢，也训练了许多的传道人。
And then I could not give gratitude today without saying a very gracious gratitude to Pastor Peng, Sister Peng, who sit there. He worked along with me as assistant, and then he took over the church when we went up to Penang.
在我的致谢词
Even greater, right?
在我致谢词里面呢，我真的是不能够忘记，就是谢谢冯玉宽牧师，还有冯师母，在当时候怎么样子的来协助我，来进行整个教会的管理。
So I conclude by saying, how great is our God? How great is His faithfulness?
我要结论说，我的神是何等的伟大，何等的伟大，何等的信实。
Bethel is most certainly His work, but praise His name, His work through mankind, and it will continue until He comes. Praise
是
God.
的，让我们也成为神的器皿，能够被神的使用，来扩大神的事工。
Lord, that you are going to use this church, even as we just heard about now, as they go to the other side in a greater way. You're going to see divine healings taking place as never before. You're going to see people reaching out and people coming in, and through the very presence of yourself here, as they enter the doors, they're going to sense the anointing of the power of God. Oh God, you're going to send revival such as they have never yet seen before.